It's Con Carne, and tonight we're on Clark Street. That right there, that's Ben from the Chicago Magic Lounge. He's sitting shotgun as we were about to eat food, delicious food, from Hot G Dog on Clark Street, not far from Chicago Magic Lounge. Con Carne is presented by the Autobarn Mazda of Evanston. Ben, you are sitting in a Mazda CX-9, a new Mazda CX-9. There's so much room. You can do magic in that seat with a mic stand next to you.
Yes.
You've got sausages ready to go. It's very comfortable, right? And
my legs are fully extended, and I'm very happy.
And you got the seat warmer cranked.
Oh,
you
yes.
feel comfortable?
Oh, yes.
See, that's the thing. This is luxurious. And as we all know, weather in Chicago sucked for the past few days.
Yes.
The streets are awful. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't bug me. I was excited to go driving on slippery streets in this super safe Mazda CX-9. All right. So, Ben, are you ready to do magic? Are you ready to eat sausage in the car?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Yes.
It's Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
I do want to thank our friends at Hot G Dog who provided dinner tonight. This place, if you don't know the history, Hot Doug's it remains a legendary restaurant in Chicago. And they were legendary because of the spin, the elevated way they looked at serving sausage. Hot G Dog does the same thing. A couple guys who used to work for Hot Doug's came over here, opened up shop on Clark Street, 5009?
Yes.
5009 Clark Street. Thank you. And they've got specials. Like tonight, I'll be trying the rabbit sausage. You're going for their spin on a New York dog.
Yes.
Which sounded amazing. I can't wait to show it to the camera on Facebook Live. But I mean, they have andouille sausage and alligator sausage. If you long for what Hot Doug's did for the city, it's happening right here on Clark Street in Andersonville. Hot G Dog. In fact, before we start talking about the lounge, let's break open some of our food. And Ben, your official title with Chicago Magic Lounge is Entertainment Director.
Correct. That's right.
What does that mean?
That means I'm in charge of the entertainment aspect of the business. So
I could have figured that.
So I hire the magicians. I also plan the entertainment for special events that are held at the lounge, like corporate buyouts. So I hire magicians, also musicians. Tonight we have jazz music on stage as well as magic. And I'm in charge of all that. Anything that makes you laugh or leaves you feeling amazed, that's my job.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for you to explain, for people who are unfamiliar with the Chicago magic scene, this is not only a scene, but it's a decades-long scene that has really kind of come back to a head, and we're going to hear about all that. But first, we have sausages.
Ooh.
So again, this is from Hot G Dog. There's your New York.
They marked it.
Now, my rabbit sausage had a dill Havarti cheese, or has a dill Havarti and mushrooms. I've never had rabbit, and as Octavio from Hot G Dog explained, it's a white meat, so it probably won't be that shocking, but I've never had it, so this will be interesting. This is the New York. Can you hold up a little closer?
Oh, yeah.
Look at those onions on there. Look at that. That's a substantial dog, too. So you got a strip of bacon, you got the grilled onion. Is that a red pepper mustard, did they say? Stop it. All right, so we're going to eat sausage, and then we're going to talk magic.
Okay.
All right, as you contemplate that, I'm going to dig into the rabbit. This will put some hair on your chest. Get it? Hair? Hair, like a rabbit.
Oh, I got it.
Maybe I should be on stage at the Chicago Magic Lounge.
Maybe.
Maybe not. The rabbit is so good.
Yes.
It doesn't. It tastes like a white meat.
No.
But the stuff that's on here, the shrooms are delicious. They really add to it. And this cheese, it's a lovely balance. How's the New York dog?
It's really, really good. The bacon is fantastic. The onions are good. And, it just tastes like a really great hot dog.
That is substantial.
Yeah, it is. I haven't had a hot dog this big ever.
I will say that this first bite of rabbit, the more it lingers in my mouth, it tastes more and more interesting. I know that seems weird. Like after it's already gone down, like the flavor is kind of swirling around. This is delicious.
That sounds like it. Wow.
And I love a nice mushroom too. Dan Levy says it's glorious. It is, Dan Levy. The food we're eating from Hot G Dog, Hot G Dog is glorious.
It is.
So, Ben, Chicago Magic Lounge is 5050 North Clark, a stone's throw from where we are right now on Clark Street.
I can see it.
I mentioned that the Chicago magic scene has been a thing for years. I remember when I was a kid, my parents talking about going to nightclubs and magicians would walk table to table and do magic tricks in front of the patrons.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the scene?
Yes.
Or was that is that what I'm talking about here? Is that what you evolved from?
Yeah, in a very real way. The magicians who taught me were kids in the 40s and the 50s who went to restaurants and saw magicians come up to their tables. Chicago magic originally was bar magic. Magic performed behind the bar, and then it was just a very short transition from behind the bar to tableside magic. And magicians in Chicago essentially invented close-up magic as we know it here in the country, but also all over the world, really.
So for years, I remember when I started legally drinking and going to bars, this was not a thing. It just kind of faded away.
Yep, it did. Yeah.
What brought it back? Why are people interested now? How is Chicago Magic Lounge allowed to, or how has it been able to flourish? Is there just a new resurgence or new level of interest?
It did fade away. I think what brought it back, it faded away, but it never completely went away. There were always one or two or maybe four magicians doing magic at restaurants, but Chicago's a big city, so people just didn't see it. Then one of the sort of what's the word I'm looking for? One of the guys who was one of the last people to have a magic bar wrote a book about the magic bars of Chicago. Our owner read it and was so inspired that he started the Chicago Magic Lounge, which was a theatrical recreation of a night in a magic bar. And people in the city didn't know how much they loved magic until they got to see it again.
I bet.
And it was so popular that it just grew into the Magic Lounge that we have today, which is, a pretty major venue for magic, not just in the city, but in the world.
We were talking just before we started recording. For those people who think they've done it all in Chicago, what a welcome addition this is.
Yes.
And truly nothing like it.
Nothing.
And it's on the Strip. It's easy to park around here.
Yep. Street parking, as far as you can see.
And I remember when I lived in the area, not far from here, the building you're located in, 5050 North Clark, that used to be like a dry cleaners or a...
It was a commercial laundromat.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. And when you go inside of the lounge now, that's what it appears to be today. Until you discover the magic
That's
of
the
the
first
place.
trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks just like a commercial laundromat. And as a matter of fact, that entryway was touched as little as possible. The floor that you're standing on is the floor of the laundromat. The walls are the walls. We've put in a few magic things to disguise it from the public. But yeah, you're walking into a laundromat essentially when you go into the Magic Lounge.
I love that you did that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say again, Hot Cheese Dogs, this...
glorious.
It's glorious. And this is one of those places you go to and you want to try everything, but you can't. I mean, you really... You have one sausage and you're done, but I'd love to try Alligator and Dewey sounded really good to me. I like a spicy sausage. We're going to break out the fries in a second. Talk to me about your history with magic. I mean, it's not... I don't think it's common for kids when they're growing up to start magic and continue doing it through adulthood.
You are right. You're right. Lots of kids get a magic hit or they learn a magic trick or there, and then they just get out of it. I wasn't one of those kids. I think magic appeals to, when we were talking about children, kids who are a little bit more shy. And I think the magic becomes a tool that they can use to connect with other children or other people. And when they are able to use that to navigate socially, they just hold on to it and they just keep it. But my journey in magic, I first saw magic when I was in preschool. A magician came to my preschool, did a show. I didn't know quite what it was, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. And so I grabbed onto it, and when I was 19, after sort of teaching myself magic, I met two people. I met Jay Marshall, who owned a magic shop here in the city, Magic Incorporated. It's the oldest magic shop in the United States. Still open.
Wait, where's that?
It's on Lawrence. It's about 7
Driven by there a
minutes away.
cajillion times. Okay.
Yeah, and Jay Marshall was a star in his day. He was on Broadway. He did the Ed Sullivan Show more than any other guest.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did a ventriloquist act too, in addition to magic. And his ventriloquist act inspired Jim Henson to invent Kermit the Frog. So, he was an amazing guy. And then I met another magician by the name of Eugene Berger. Eugene Berger grew up in Portage Park in Chicago, spent his entire childhood going to magic restaurants, magic bars, and he met a guy there named Don Allen, who is a major influence in the world of magic. I met Eugene when I was 19, and for 20 years, he basically taught me how to do the job. And so that's...
It's like the ancient one teaching Doctor Strange the mystic arts.
Exactly.
Exactly like that.
Exactly.
So, all right, tell me again, when did Chicago Magic Lounge open?
Chicago Magic Lounge opened 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And the crowds are steadily increasing. And one thing I noticed, the thing I think I'm really interested in checking out, there's like an experimental night.
Yes.
Tell me what that is.
Yeah, so the experimental night, really, really excited about it. So every other night of the week, people come to Chicago Magic Lounge. You can see some of the best magicians in the world doing acts that they have perfected over years. Experimental night, we take those same magicians, so these are great magicians, but they, in addition to doing tried and true acts, they are introducing new material. Excuse me.
So this is like Jerry Seinfeld going to a local comedy club to work through the kinks.
Yeah, but again, it is Jerry Seinfeld, so you're still going to get a good show.
Right.
But it is, they're pushing themselves to create this new magic and these new presentations for people who have, in some cases, never seen anything like this before.
So there's almost a conspiratorial aspect, like you're seeing this stuff before.
And the show we're doing right now, we're doing things that you can't see anywhere else in the country on that stage.
That's a big claim.
Oh, but it's true. And my job is to know what's happening all over the country. And I can tell you what we're doing here on Tuesday nights is unlike anything you're going to see anyplace else.
That sounds amazing. So
it is amazing.
So as the magic scene continues to rev back up here, as Chicago Magic Lounge really extends its roots, are you seeing, since it's your job to be aware of everything else, are you seeing proliferation in other cities, interest in other major markets in the magic scene?
Oh, yeah, and it's already happened. If you look at our schedule, any given week, we have people not only from the continental United States, but people from all over the world. It is not uncommon. Like, for example, just last week we had people from Argentina. We've had people from Canada, we've had people visit us from Japan, Spain, and that will just continue. And then certainly all over the United States, New York, Los Angeles, and everywhere in between. They come here. This place is a real magnet for people who love magic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Again, 5050 North Clark Street for Chicago Magic Lounge. Have a fresh cut French fry.
I'm going to have a fresh cut French fry.
See, this is a problem for any guest of the podcast. You have to do all the talking. So as you're talking, I'm happily eating away.
You know what? I support you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It all balances out. And the hand cut fries are awesome.
Yeah.
Hot G Dog also does the duck fat fries on the weekend, a la hot dogs. So when you're done with that New York dog, you told me you could do some close-up magic in the car. You're okay with doing that in front of a camera?
Yeah.
Are there people, I'd imagine, there are obnoxious fans in every walk of life, whether it's theater or music. There are always fans who are looking to, poke holes in things. Do you have know-it-alls who come to the Magic Lounge who try to, explain how you did stuff?
Yes.
Does it make you nuts?
No. And the reason is I've been doing this a very long time, and I'm in control of my show at all times. So they can try, but I'm in control. So it's fine. But it's I always remind people that they paid to come see us. So if you want to ruin what you paid for, okay, I'll just go and perform for one of the other 120 people.
So how many shows a week? We talked about the Tuesday night one.
We do Tuesdays. We have a one-man show or one artist show on Wednesdays. Mondays is music and magic. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we do what's called our signature show, which is our really big magic show, and that's 5 shows during the course of that weekend.
Bottom line, people want to be entertained. They also want cocktails.
Yes, they do.
The perfect marriage of both. And just what a way to just ditch out from all the BS
Yep.
in everyday life. Just go see a magic show.
Exactly. Exactly.
Good adult fun.
Yeah, and exactly. We say cocktails and card tricks. That's what we're all about.
Sold.
Yep.
There's the elevator pitch. We're done. Con Carne is presented by the Autobarn Mazda of Evanston, 1015 Chicago Avenue. Stop by for a test drive. Drive one of these. The Mazda CX-9 is so comfortable. Safety features are extraordinary. How do you feel? You don't travel without a card deck ever, do you?
No. No. That's I don't know. No, because you never know when will be the perfect time for magic. So you have to be ready.
You run into a friend with kids.
Yep.
Become their parents' best friend for life.
When people find out you're a magician, they always want to see something, and real magician has to be ready.
Do you have a favorite comic book magician? Doctor Strange, Zatanna, Dr. Fate,
I like
Mandrake.
Mandrake. I loved as a kid.
He's old school.
Oh yeah. And I used to read those. I would buy the anthologies when I was a kid and read those. So I like him a lot. Doctor Strange, I enjoyed, but the movie really made me like Doctor Strange even more than the comic book. But yeah. So Mandrake and then Doctor Strange
With the hat. Do you have a top hat?
I do.
You have to, right?
Even
Even if you never wear it, like
I never wear it.
Right.
But you have to. I use it as a decoration in my home. But yeah, you must. You must have a top hat if you're going to do this.
All right. You want to bust out the cards?
Yeah, let's do something.
Let's do something.
Okay,
All right.
I'm going to take off the seatbelt.
We're on Facebook Live. Are you too warm?
No.
It doesn't matter what car
I
I'm
love the
driving.
heat.
Even if I'm in the Autobarn Mazda of Evanston's car, I can never get the heat right. It's always too warm, then I get too cold, I can't do it right. All right, so you've got a deck of cards.
I have a deck of cards.
All right, we're doing magic in the car on Clark Street.
Deck of cards. The Magic Castle. So these are very magic.
All right, and I have to explain this, or we have to explain this, because this is an audio podcast we're recording right now. So you just busted out
a deck of playing cards. And what I want you to do is I want you to think of a playing card. Do you have one in mind?
Yes.
Now I'm going to add, which one are you thinking of?
King of Hearts.
Okay. Now a lot of times people say the Ace of Spades. I was going to tell you not to say the Ace of Spades. Now, I'm going to look through the deck. I'm going to try and find the King of Hearts. I lose cards all the time. When you do magic for people who are drinking, these things happen.
Hold it up a little?
Oh, absolutely. These things will happen. Let me see. We're going to use the Joker because the Joker can take the place of any card in a deck. Now, James, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm a righty.
Hold your right hand. I'm going to try and hold this up so people can see. Right now, hold your hand flat. Okay, still showing up on camera, which is fantastic. I'm going to give you the Joker because I don't have the King of Hearts. I want to make sure everyone can see this. I want you to put your other hand right on top. And I'm going to do a little bit of Chicago-style magic.
Okay.
I'm going to take the deck and I'm going to rest it just on your hand.
Okay.
I'll hit your hand 3 times. You know what that does?
I don't know. Tell me.
Here, look, I'll show you. If I hold the deck to the camera, everyone can see that this is just a deck of cards.
Right.
All the cards are different. But, James, there's only one that's face down like the Joker that was between your hands. And that's because it is.
Stop it.
And it's gone. Look.
Stop it. Stop it. It's the King of Hearts. You're the devil. Get out of this car.
Okay. Now without the french fries.
That was cool. That was very cool.
Should we do something else?
Yeah.
Let's do something else.
Oh, you can keep going until you get bored.
Let's do something else.
All right.
Now this, what I'm going to show you right now, explains how Chicago-style magic works. Chicago-style magic is close-up magic. It's very intimate. There's no room to hide anything. You can see everything.
Yes.
So here, I want you to take out any card that you like.
Okay. I'm just going to grab right now.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And here, I'll take it. It's not a secret.
It's not a secret?
It's not a secret.
Okay.
Oh, and it's the Joker again.
Okay.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's not a coincidence?
Yeah, it is. But you want a different card? You can have a different card.
Okay, I'm going to take a different card.
Take a different card.
Here we go.
Okay.
Not a secret?
It's not a secret.
Okay, Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts, okay.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition myself just so everyone can see that Ace of Hearts. And what I'm going to do, James, is I'm going to let the card stick out. I want you to follow it every step of the way.
Sure.
So people can see the Ace of Hearts.
This is like at the Sox game when the things move around. You have to figure out where the ball ends up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's the Ace of Hearts. I'm going to stick it into the deck.
Right.
Now I want you to push it in slowly for me.
Okay. Boom. Wait, what the hell? Okay, so if you're listening, the Ace of Hearts ended up in his mouth.
Disgusting.
Oniony, if nothing else.
Yeah, oniony.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Didn't expect it to end up there.
No, it's
Better
never
than some
where you-
alternatives. So Chicago-style magic does not include shots of Malort. We don't need to drink as we watch this, like
no.
or old style.
At the Magic Lounge.
Actually, we're eating hot dogs as we're doing this, so I guess that is truly Chicago-style.
Yeah,
magic.
You can't get more Chicago style than hot dogs and card
Unless we had
tricks.
big bushy mustaches and
Bears jerseys
and
on.
talk like the super fans. Bears.
Yeah.
How about one more?
One more, okay.
One more.
I'll show you one more, and this is the best of them all.
I bet you say that to all the podcast hosts in the car.
I do. Here's this. Here, you take the cards.
Okay.
I'm going to give them a little shuffle.
Okay.
Nothing fancy. I'm going to give them to you. And what I want you to do is I want you, if you can, just hide the card somewhere. Or you know what? Just without peeking at the card, take out any card from the deck. Don't look at it, but just take it out.
Okay.
Put it on top of the deck.
Okay.
And lift the top card just enough so you can see it. I want to make sure I don't see it.
Okay. Don't look.
Oh, you got it?
Don't hang on. Don't look.
Okay. I won't look.
Okay. There we go. All right.
Now cut the cards.
Okay.
Cut them. Complete the cut. Go ahead. Put them on top. And if you want, you can cut them again. It's up to you.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay. These are super cut.
Now, if you want, you can shuffle them too if you want to.
I can't shuffle very well.
It
That would
doesn't
just
matter.
be embarrassing.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now, all I want all of you to remember is since I gave him the cards, I haven't touched them.
Correct.
You picked the card. You lost it in the deck. You mixed and cut and shuffled and mixed, and I haven't touched them.
Right.
I'm going to find your card. And I'm going to tell you how. Real magic. Real magic.
I love this. Can we do this every night?
I wish we could. Now, I'm going to take a guess. Because, again, I haven't touched the card since I gave them to you. But this is my guess. What was your card?
10 of clubs.
And that's Chicago-style magic.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, my gosh.
That's pretty good.
That was amazing. Ben from Chicago Magic Lounge. Super fun. So this was just up close magic in a car for a full show, a full evening of entertainment. ChicagoMagicLounge.com.
ChicagoMagicLounge.com.
And you're on the Facebook. I can't recommend this enough. I mean, this is just fun. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's not the typical night out in Chicago. It's easy to get to.
Yep.
And solid entertainment, different from everything else.
Yep.
You're super fun. Thanks for doing this.
Yay. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me and talking about the Chicago Magic Lounge.
Absolutely. Okay, so I do want to thank again Hot G Doug. I keep wanting to say Doug. That's the history. Hot G Dog for providing food. The food was great. Extra super duper special thanks to the Autobarn Mazda of Evanston, who provided tonight's car for travel and recording, and who are the presenting sponsor of Con Carne. Chicago Magic Lounge, go see them. Ben, you're awesome. And there you go. Thanks for watching on Facebook Live. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.